A well-preserved fossil unearthed on the Isle of Skye in Scotland is believed to be the world's largest flying reptile from the Jurassic era. Researchers said that the pterosaur named Dirk lived roughly 170 million years ago during the Jurassic period, soaring over lagoons in a subtropical landscape and catching fish and squid with crisscrossing teeth. Now, these are perfect for snaring slippery prey. It had an elongated skull and a long, stiff tail. A forensic analysis of its bones indicated that the Dirk individual was not fully grown and could have had a 10-foot wingspan as an adult.
Pterosaur comes from Middle Jurassic, filling that very important time gap when evolution happened, and it's very well preserved. As pterosaurs were flying animals, they had to be very, very light and had very thin bone walls, which means they're not very good for preservation or surviving for 170 millions of years. That's a lot of time for 1 millimeter thick bone. And yet, pterosaurs survived that process and it's preserved in 3 dimensions, fully intact, or as we call it, articulated, as it would be in real life, which is an anomaly because things like this usually don't happen. Pterosaurs are usually squashed because they're very delicate and very rarely get preserved, especially for formations that are not known to be yielding fossils of such preservation.
We had to battle the tides to collect it. We almost lost the fossil. We had to let it go, to let the tide lap over it. And we had to worry for several hours, come back nearly at midnight to collect it, and thankfully it was still there. And then for the last 5 years or so, we've been studying it here at the University of Edinburgh.
The pterosaurs, which lived alongside the dinosaurs, were the first of 3 vertebrate groups to achieve powered flight, appearing about 230 million years ago. Birds appeared about 150 million years ago and bats around 50 million years ago. The pterosaurs are some of the rarest vertebrates in the fossil record, owing to their fragile bones, some with walls thinner than a sheet of paper.
They're close related to dinosaurs, but they're not dinosaurs. They share the same common ancestor. Somewhere in Jurassic, there was a special lizard called Lagarapid, and we think that was a common relative between dinosaurs and pterosaurs. Dinosaurs eventually evolved to be birds and flying animals, while pterosaurs evolved separately. They share the same ancestor, but they're very different animals, but they're on the same tree. It's like saying that we are like cats. We share the same tree, we're all mammals, but we are different.
Dirk was discovered in 2017 with the fossil jutting out from a limestone intertidal zone after the tide had gone down. Researchers battled the tide, first using hammers and then chisels and then diamond-tipped saws. But the tide interrupted before the skeleton could be fully extracted. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.